I hope you guys have an amazing weekend ahead of you. We are shuffling the Tattoo Tarot, and we have something that's like upside down. My deck might be upside down. Let me check. It is upside down. We're only going to take cards at front face value that's not reversed. We're going to read them in their upright position. This one's a little tricky because from the back, sometimes you can tell if it's going to be a reversal, but we're going to use the Tattoo Tarot this morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's What Are Their Feelings? We are going to do an intuitive check-in. Welcome Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. The second video is going to be an overall for the collective, so for all 12 signs. Welcome back to the channel. You have a couple of surprises dropping today. There's also going to be a main message. We have two that don't want to go back in the deck. Those are messages. We got the King of Wands and the Hierophant. Someone coming in with easier energy. We have Taurus and the King of Wands. Okay, I saw this in the pre-shuffle too, interestingly enough. The King of Wands can be read as a romantic person. They can be read with a lot of fervor to come in, but I think it's coming in nicer. It's a little softer than usual with the Hierophant, okay? Let's talk about the Hierophant. It is a higher commitment card, right? So it speaks of marriages, solidifying a commitment. It also speaks of someone coming to you in a close way, okay? It can be taken seriously because it's a Tauran card and it is about higher powered institutions. It's also where you learn, right? The Hierophant can be a very, very spiritual person, very connected. King of Wands is in a new realization. They're viewing you, I was going to say in an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius light, but if you look and he has a tattoo on his palm, he holds the staff very, very close to himself. It's no longer turned away like in the traditional King of Wands where he's dejected from the staff. So let's see what the King of Wands feels for you. The Hierophant, please, to the King of Wands. And I just want to clarify too that softness that I feel. We have a shuffled Tattoo Tarot. Thank you. Big delivery here. This is the message. So their feelings for you is the Knave of Cups. The Knave of Cups is the Page of Cups, signified by this little boy here. It's an emotional thing that's coming toward you. An emotional response. It could be a text message is what I see here. Really preliminary, very youthful. If you see too, he's almost about to like sip out of the cup in the Tattoo Tarot. He's almost sipping from it for the last couple of days. Justice. Oh my goodness. We have a surprise here with the beautiful Justice card. She is seen almost like in a princess. I would say like, it's almost in a princess gown. There's lots of stars that are tattooed on her dress. It's time for justice. Many of you could be feeling this in your environment. Things are changing. They're rerouting. Sometimes it's divine ordination too, right? Because you feel the justice in the air as it comes. King of Wands trying to connect to a Libra is what I see on my table. The King of Wands is trying to connect to this divine feminine energy. I might do divine feminine today if you guys want to, okay? And the Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles from yesterday. She makes a reappearance here. If you look in her coin, look at the insignia closer and deeper today as there's a diamond. Diamonds are forever. I'm also getting this really old, like it's a 1920s or 1930s song, You Don't Own Me. And I think it goes, you don't own me, or something. That's the tone, right? And I recently heard a burlesque performance, kind of that era, right? Prohibition type of deal, where Christina Aguilera, she sung that version. She has a residency in Los Angeles or Las Vegas, and that song came to me. So You Don't Own Me, the Queen of Pentacles, is very independent, very direct at this time. I'm getting a really strong essence, and she does not mess with the Page of Cups people. She does not deal with page energy. She's very emotionally deflected from youthful energy because she's working on something substantial. But you will hear this emotional talk with you. And that's what we ask in next steps. I'm going to pick up the big Tattoo Tarot. Let's see what's going on here with the Queen of Pentacles. Can I get a shuffle for the Page of Cups, which is the Knave? Let's see what's going on here. Coming soon. Let's get the next few days, please, or their energy and motion. The Two of Wands. This was also in my pre-shuffle. It's scaring me a little bit. Two of Wands is also a decision. It's a choice that has to be made. It's calling for action with the Two of Wands. Action is missing from this story. There could be a lot of like emotional thought more than action. And we see the Six of Pentacles. Again, generosity presented. This person feels connected to you. And you can see there, if you look closely, there's a letter that's being presented to the female in this story. So to the Divine Feminine, which is the Queen of Pentacles, she's receiving a text message, correspondence. That's what's going on here in this sealed letter. And you know, back in the day, they would take candle wax and they would seal that. So correspondence for her. I get a few things here. Just give me a sec. Because in the pre-shuffle, I had the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Sun. Very, very different from what you're seeing here. However, these cards were blessed this morning in a new way, and I prayed really, really hard over them. The King of Wands, I think he's viewed like this almost in a psychic way. He's not appearing like this in the 3D. In his emotions, he really wants to come towards justice. The Queen of Pentacles is incurring this in her life right now. She's become this in full. Or you have masculine, Libra, or feminine. There's like almost a justice surrounding you, and I want to re-qualify and re-clarify that card here. Six of Pentacles is next steps, okay, as a recap. So we see a letter. Again, I mentioned some type of text message or contact. Many of you will get a call, all right? And I want to see if I had my pre-shuffle cards. Yeah, I only had 2 when I asked for a little help this morning. These were my helper cards, Knight of Cups and the Eight of Wands. I think I saw the Sun, but I put it back. All right, the Six of Pentacles to Justice. Can I see that relationship? Thank you. And then we're going to end this one and do a bonus. Eight of Wands. We have, again, I think Eight of Wands is correspondence. Yeah. So we do have this in 2 different cards. My helper from this morning, which is I just gauge the energy myself if I don't know. And we have connection here from a different Eight of Wands. Look how beautiful the depiction is in this tattooed tarot. Really different artwork. They're almost intercrossing. So it tells me 2 people are going to connect for a heart-to-heart. They cross each other in this one. If you see, the masculine could be here. Feminine could be darting in with also her own information. And it's funny how here you just see speed in the regular Eight of Wands. You have a huge delivery, so I'm just going to read them to you. Six of Wands is a victory. Somebody has a 6 and 6 interaction. They want it to be balanced. You have 2 6s where you have victory in the Six of Wands, and you also want someone to balance that with emotional order with the Pentacles. That's where I think the justice is going to be received. Communication and giving back. Communication in one card, giving back in another with Pentacles. Let's see the emotional embrace of that. You have the 2 cards that we haven't seen yet. Six of Cups. Okay, big card you're going to see today. We have all of them here with no children, no home. All we see is the heart in the middle center cup with a very divine cross. This person is a soul tie from your past, or you didn't end on a bad term with them. And the Seven of Swords can also be something that they're thinking of doing, okay? I sense like a tiny bit of strategy, which is not good. It could be coming from a place of hurt, which I've been seeing lately in readings. And I always tell you guys the first feeling. I don't think it's a genuine strategy for planning. I think somebody wants to almost be sneaky about the way that they reach you. All right. It might be even received in an odd way, the communication. Can I see lots of 6s? You guys have 6 of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups, and the 6 of Wands. Let's go for that Justice card to the 7 of Swords. What ends up happening here? The 2 of Cups is what I have. The 3 of Cups, a lot of reunions, by the way. Reunions, connections. There's a Page of Pentacles, and the 2 of Cups. And I'm sorry here, I'm using so many decks, so I've got to make clearing for a couple of items and different imagery for you. The Page of Pentacles is coming in soft. Again, I told you the King of Wands has regained a strategy where he comes in compelling. It's a lot softer than other days you may have experienced this person. Maybe they were argumentative in the past or try to prove a point. And this is the softer inside. Okay, so if you look, it's someone who generally is attractive with direct drive, coming in softer with a new approach. Their approach is going to be vastly different from what you remember, okay? Because at the end of it, they realize quality time with you is going to have to be spent in a valued way with the 3 of Cups. If it's a new person, because I'm also getting that you're dealing with a new person too, okay, or an established coupleship. All they want to do is have physical contact. And I don't know if some of you want this truly at this time. Maybe you've been isolated doing your own thing. You could be occupied with just what you love to do. So I want to see the next few cards. Judgment, the Ten of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles. We also have the Chariot card here at the very end of this stack, which is interesting. The Chariot and the Knight of Pentacles is someone who eagerly has to gain momentum. They have to rely on something inside to get to justice. And you came out as that card, really poignant in the first few seconds of your reading. I think many of you will be surprised that it's your decision. Judgment is here. I think this is your card for today. It's Scorpio in nature, so it talks about transforming, also transmuting a chapter, of which too you've needed sufficient guidance. You've needed guidance because I don't think this person has been easy to deal with in the past. I think there's been a lot of fluctuations is what I see here. 1111 on the timer too, so make a wish. This offer will come in soft, and that's my final for the first one. The next one is going to be extremely romantic. So if it's not your thing today, or if these are just not your videos, it's completely fine. We just vibe with the cards. I want to leave you with this initial message because these energies will repeat today for sure. And the Three of Cups reunions could also be with other people, okay? So don't make it a one-track mind type of thing. I also think that this energy is coming from others who want to socialize with you. So make that inclusive for them too. We will be back with a video too. I'm just going to get some water and get vibed for the next reading. We're going to use all new cards, and I hope you join us because I love to have you. Thank you for the first video, and I'll see you next.